And welcome back. King Charles wanted to hide away on his first Easter church outing since the death of his mum, Queen Elizabeth II. A body language expert has said. Julie James told the Mirror that the monarch showed signs of anxiety as he walked into the chapel because he was seen wringing and clasping his hands. She added that Charles apparently wanted to hide away as she put one hand into the pocket of his jacket and as royals arrived at St George's Chapel in Windsor this morning. The expert said tension was visible in the monarch's body language. As she explained, the tension was visible in Charles' body language as he led the royals to their Easter service for the first time since his mother's death. With the brow steepled in, the part frown, he shoved one hand into his jacket pocket as though having a desire to hide away, and then he was wringing and clasping his hands in a gesture of some anxiety as he walked into the chapel. Mrs. James also said the Princess and Princess of Wales appeared confident and was proud of her son, Prince Louis. She added William and Kate and their 3 children walked behind the Tyndalls with Zara, Mike and their girls, set in a more relaxed, celebratory Easter mood that might have been caught by the Wales. In a very telling move in terms of family hierarchy and just plain old growing up, it was George who walked ahead alone at the front of his family to lead them in, while William walked behind holding Charlotte's hand and Kate holding on to Louis's. There seemed to be a sudden ripple of warm applause for Kate and Louis, with many fans probably remembering his playfulness at the Jubilee and keen to praise him much more serious and well-behaved body language here. As he strode out, glancing confidently at the fans, Kate glanced down at her son, then looked up with a grin of pride that converted to a wide smile at the crowds. The King and Queen consort wished the public Happy Easter after leaving the service. They left the service separately, with Camilla stopping to receive a bouquet from Harry at 10. Camilla waved to members of the public and wished them a Happy Easter before getting into a waiting car. Charles also greeted the crowd, receiving a round of applause as he left a few minutes later. They were joined at the service by Princess Royal and the Duke of York. Andrew also wished the public a Happy Easter as he left. The Prince and Princess of Wales attended with their 3 children, George, Charlotte and Louis. Kate wore a marine blue Catherine Walker coat and a matching pillbox hat by Lock & Co. William and Prince George wore matching navy suits, while Princess Charlotte wore a blue polka dot dress. Prince Louis, attending the service for the first time, wore a suit jacket and light blue shorts. Kate stopped after the service to receive a posy from 8-year-old Samuel. She smiled at him and shook his hand before waving to the public as she left. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh attended with their son James, Earl of Wessex. Princess Beatrice and her husband Edorio Maypelli Mozzi also attended the service, as did her sister Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank, and Zara and Mike Tyndall, and their 2 daughters Mia and Lena. It was likely to have been a moving moment for royals, with the 15th century chapel being the late Queen's final resting place and the Easter Sunday service the first to take place since her death. Elizabeth II is buried in the Church Tiny King George V Memorial Chapel alongside Prince Philip, the late Duke of Edinburgh, and her parents George V and the Queen Mother, with their 4 names inscribed onto the new black stone slab set in the floor. Charles, as monarch, has succeeded his mother to become the Supreme Governor of the Church of England. In less than a month's time, he will be crowned alongside Camilla in a religious service in Westminster Abbey. Thank you for listening. Please tell us your thoughts.